Hello there, commanders, and welcome to Total War Arena replay commentary. In this replay we'll be featuring Cynane Archers on Cynane, and I would like to focus on friendly fire, especially friendly fire in the light of the new game mode, how the new game mode affects friendly fire and in what situations now you can get away with dealing friendly fire, or rather should deal friendly fire. Even because of the new game mode. It obviously has to do with the new capture points and healing zones, but we'll get to that later once we get to actual situations in this battle in which those decisions whether to deal friendly fire or not occur. So I'm here joined by Jojo, Pardonom and Astolfo. Astolfo deployed towards the middle, Pardonom going with his cavalry up top, Jojo capturing the watchtower faster than Roman cavalry. I guess this guy slept.
The enemy have engaged our forces.
And see here, I wait until this guy charges and only then start shooting, because otherwise I'll just end up shooting Jojo in the back or just straight up missing, depending on when I would release the arrows. Pardonom sneaks in and finds some light artillery that Jojo has found thanks to him capturing the watchtower. And as the most important thing, as I feature in my guide, just the most important thing is target selection, but that's not what we're going to focus here. But obviously I see the studio, no point in shooting it, right, so I just go straight past and try to focus enemy archers. But the enemy archers are also hidden inside the studios, so even though I can shoot them, I won't be dealing that much damage. And that way this archer player and Germanicus player avoid most of the damage from my barrage. So really well played by them. But I also stay hidden inside the fog of war, but they can't find me. But as I move a little bit forward to shoot this cavalry, because well, I cannot shoot these archers, they're inside of the studio, it doesn't really work. But now Dante is coming in here to essentially get his archers out of the studios. Which the opposite thing is actually happening. And that the studio runs away and the archer stays to tank. Classic arena community. Melee unit runs away from another melee unit and lets the archers tank in melee. 10 out of 10. But yeah, we haven't gotten really to the friendly fire point yet. For now, I still have a lot of targets to shoot at without dealing friendly fire. And I guess here, now the new environment, I blame it on the lags, okay guys? I blame it on the lags. I aimed my focus fire correctly, but this guy moved away. But because the focus fire obviously goes through with a delay, you see, if those arrows landed there 1 second earlier, it would have been a good shot, but it still wouldn't have been me if I haven't dealt bad friendly fire at least one per match. But we're going to get here into cases where it could have been bad friendly fire, but wasn't. And here we can argue again, it's not very good friendly fire, although I'm technically dealing more damage to the enemy. But what the most important thing is, they have healing zone over here, right next to the point they're defending. So this cavalry, even though they got wrecked, they just respawn with full HP. Same with these two archer players that are now healing. Dante is heroically charging in, trying to stop that healing. He prevented 1 or 2 units getting healed. Oh, this cavalry guy now, perfect charge. Great stuff. But yeah, we need to get this point as quickly as possible, deny them the healing zone, get the healing zone away from the enemy. I also managed to land a hand on these two cavalry units as they were escaping here out of our view range, but thanks to that we cannot be surprised by them. All these sneaker players still managed to get surprised, but I'm here protected by Jojo on top of the point, trying to get it. Barrage from behind by the archers that got healed. Oh, maybe they even didn't suffer any damage, I don't know. Either way, I ate a barrage, right, so we need that healing as soon as possible, and we need to deny that healing from them. Well, we are still denying it, because our melee units are here on top of it. And there's also a very important thing to, I guess, at least point out, is that in this new game mode, that happens a lot. Melee units stay on top of the point to protect it, which they do in this case, right, and then that leaves all the ranged units unprotected. And just look at Pardonom and this random Chinese guy with no name, just spraying on this light artillery on all these archers, left with zero protection, because a friendly cavalry player who could have protected them also went all the way down here to hunt our slingers and try to hunt me, but luckily I was protected. Shout out to you, Jojo, you're my man. never leaving me behind, right? Unless it's worth it to leave me behind. And sometimes though it isn't, but that's a personal thing and we need to get straight with Georgia. But anyway, our push is successful this time around. Getting pushes like that is extremely hard because, well, of how close the healing zone is for them. Right, so even if they suffer huge casualties in the initial stage that happens around the watchtower, they just get to go back here and heal, and we, let's say, are half our strength because we lost a lot, but we killed like almost all of them. Doesn't matter, they just come back fully healed back, and we usually wouldn't be able to capture this one, but luckily this time we did. But now we are in a situation of a base race. As you can see, our right side has been completely obliterated. Their left side has also been almost completely obliterated. And here is the first thing, well, second thing I want to highlight about friendly fire.
Capture point is contested.
Fardanom is telling me, yo, I'm going back to heal, right? So it's like, well, okay, if you're going back to heal, that means I can shoot him, right? So even though I'm hurting Fardanom technically more than I'm hurting this guy, I'm also hurting this our infantry guy more. Right, it doesn't matter. In this case, friendly fire doesn't matter. All that matters is getting rid of this guy as quickly as possible. First of all, because Fardanom is going back to heal anyway, so all the damage I will inflict on him doesn't matter. It doesn't make his healing time longer. Still lasts the same time, so it doesn't matter. But what matters is getting rid of this guy as quickly as possible so that we can rush to the enemy base. Because they still have two protectors here, and our base is completely undefended. Luckily we do have that magical fall back button that teleports you back to the base within 5 seconds, which is maybe kind of a little bit broken, but we do have that reassurance. So you rush straight towards the base. Luckily the enemies are not very good at actually protecting it. This guy is not going to stand inside it. Makes things easier for us. Here's another trick you can use for archers, let me highlight. See, the first volley is when I'm blocked up because I'm going around the corner, so I can't really unblock. And most of them my volley misses, right? And then I unblock, and it's flat arcs, and that flat arc volley is absolutely devastating. So do not blow up your archer units unless you have to. And here, our classic highlight of friendly fire incoming. Just look at this beautiful shot. I'm not about to even move my camera. Snipe, barrage, target, and just look at this beauty. Landing real shots, great accuracy, barely even hitting the friendly infantry. What's hitting them? They're mostly blocking as well. And just look at these numbers. 2.5k versus almost 60k down to the enemy. And I see that the enemy archer actually has the same idea. Someone was shooting from here towards that guy and also dealt quite a lot of damage. They said, yeah, we are in a base race situation. 8 units from our team in their base, 6 units from their team in our base. And obviously the only guy to come back is an archer player who cannot do absolutely anything. All he can do is act as a bait, and maybe this cavalry guy will go and hunt him, which actually he does. No, he stays inside. He sends 1 unit, which he shouldn't have done because that delays their capping speed, but anyway, our team was faster. But this battle just highlights so many funny things about like what's happening. Archer player is the only one caring about our base being captured and returning. No melee player gave a single fuck. I mean, in this situation it was actually the correct call, right? Well, depending on the player and where he was. But we did win the base race, right? So if you commit yourself to the base race, well, commit either way. Either you help us capture their base faster or go back to our base and delay them. But there were still some people fighting in the middle, I think. Though I didn't get to see exactly. But yeah, this battle was absolutely great. You can watch it live as it happened, listen to our communication and how that all panned out. But I just wanted to highlight that friendly fire obviously isn't always bad. So please think twice before complaining about friendly fire. And I also wanted to showcase, new situations, how this new game mode enables you to deal friendly fire where you otherwise couldn't. And then you can have fun if you find dealing friendly fire fun. So that's been it for this episode of Replay Commentary. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Arena's Battlefields Commanders. It's really good music. I had to do it.